Hi Cancer, this is your April 2021 spirit reading. Oh, so something is up here for you. Um, you're feeling independent, feeling separated in a way from, you're feeling separated from your life, separated from your plans in some way. Something stopped you. Everything is available to you, but you need to make some effort to get to it. I don't know if you have been traveling and are perhaps homesick, or if something has prevented you from, is preventing you throughout the month of April from interacting in ways that you would normally be interacting. I see you really feeling it in April. I see you feeling like you're really just floating on your own. There is a sense of loneliness. A bit of a feeling of having been forgotten. I think part of this is perspective. I think I get the sense that this is giving you a new perspective, but also how you feel about it is a matter of perspective. If it's making you feel down, you can change your perspective. If you feel that someone has forgotten you, perhaps consider, is that person also feeling that you've forgotten them? Try to work the perspective and see if you don't get a different feel for things when you try to change the perspective. There's part of it is putting yourself in someone else's shoes, but another part of it is how you start your day. Are you starting your day in a way that is honoring yourself? You know, are you doing a little morning ritual with your coffee or breakfast, or, you know, the way that you walk to work or whatever? You're taking care of yourself. Are you giving yourself that time? Or are you just jumping into it and letting the world toss you from side to side each day? Because in April, this is your opportunity to get out of that rut that you've been in and come back down to earth in a positive way and still feel safe. It does feel that you've, especially the earlier part of April, you've sort of lifted yourself up and away from what you know as mainstream. Maybe you separated yourself a little bit from friends and family because it was all getting to be too much, and you're having concerns about how safe is it to return to that environment. You will find ways by the end of April to make a safe return. Although, interestingly enough, I see that perhaps you won't actually make that landing until you start getting into May. So you have, you're having legitimate difficulties dealing with the people who have been around you, who have influenced your life, and you do deserve a break. And it's okay for you to take your time coming back down to that, but understand that you are up in the air on your own, by your own decision. You will be greeted happily. You will be welcomed back down to earth when you decide to rejoin your community, but you may take your time because you don't you don't entirely trust it, but also you still kind of need the rest. So April is looking a little bit detached. Just remember, look at things from a different perspective, and you will be safe when you decide to jump back in to your fray, your community. Okay, Cancer, that was your April 2021 spirit reading. Thank you. Hi, Cancer. This is your 2021 one-card reading. Okay, you've got the 10 of Rods reversed. So Cancer, what this says to me is that you're feeling like you put in a lot of really good work recently, and it's all just been wasted. It feels like there is a sense of devastation on your part that you just don't understand what went wrong. You really put your heart and soul into this, and it's like it all just sort of disintegrated or evaporated. I think what the thing that the universe would like you to know right now is that, well, perhaps all this work you have done is no longer in the form that you created. It still exists. The raw materials still exist. And the effort that you put into it has not gone for naught. And you can revive this situation, but it is going to take a different mindset in order to do so. Right now it seems that all you can see and feel is sorrow. But that's not all there is. Things are definitely askew, off balance, and it will seem that way through most of April. But this is a time when it's very necessary for you to take a few big steps back and get the big picture and understand where your efforts fall into place in the environments of the people around you, or those you were hoping to include in your plans. And that really is what your April is going to be about. It's going to be about learning to step back and get a different perspective, because all is not lost. In fact, you've done a good job of setting up the next move or your next step. But you have to step back and see that, because right now all you're seeing is loss and sorrow. So step back, take a few deep breaths and recalibrate. Take a rest. Let your brain sort of clear out and look back again at the work that you've done, and you'll see that it's still there, and you'll see that while it may not be in the form you feel it should be, it is ready to become something much better than you had originally imagined. And I don't think I've ever done this, but I'm going to add a card here. So this is a theme. We've got a lot of work that you've done, a lot of resources that you've amassed, and right now you can't see either of those things for lack of the right perspective. It looks that you've been working so hard, and you're so close to your situation that you can't really see how much you truly have succeeded. Right, so April, the universe is saying you're not going to see anything more until you find a new perspective. So spend this month in April, changing your point of view. Think about, it's not, and I hate to say, put yourself in someone else's shoes, because it doesn't, that will help, indeed, certainly that will help, but it doesn't feel like that's the message. The message is, you've done a lot of good work. Step back and take it in. Don't go by, this small corner of what you've done and think to yourself, this is useless. I've worked so hard and gotten nowhere. Because you've made progress. Now you just need to take these raw materials that you put together and rebuild it into something better, which not only do you have the potential to do, it is coming. All you need to do is change your perspective. All right, Cancer, I hope that helps in some way. That was your April 2021 one-card reading. Looking forward to seeing you in May.